about easy. I don't know, easy. It's sort of funny that I would be talking about easy because arguably I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I do have a tendency to learn things the hard way. And so easy is really not in my vocabulary. We kind of laugh that I went to the school of hard knocks. But when it comes to business, that's an Ivy League institution, right? You picking up what I'm throwing down, right? Doing things the easy way doesn't really work with me, right? And what I've learned at this institution, the School of Hard Knocks, is that oftentimes when I've chosen easy, it was the wrong choice. Make sense? And so what I'd like to do is give you a little bit of an example of like a real world example for today, right? As you might expect, these days I do a lot of studying, just trying to better understand the past so that we might have some ability to at least predict or prepare for the future, right? Like that's how it works. And as you Google or social media or television, there's a lot of opinions out there. There are a tremendous amount of opinions. It's kind of crazy that there are so many opinions out there. And what I think is really staggering to me is how divergent the opinions are, right? It's a little unnerving, really, when you actually try to understand and you try to go to these so-called experts, and nobody can agree, right? And so either they're really not experts, right? Or they're operating under an agenda that benefits from us being afraid. Make sense? And I think it's really easy to listen to them. I think it's easy to think of all the bad that can come from the unknown, whether it be the virus or the economy or the government or like all of this noise. It kind of becomes an addiction to a certain extent, right, where you're just sucked into the vortex of all of this information, right? I mean, frankly, I think that's the idea. Is I think it was Steve or one of the speakers that we've had just talked about how like the TV's job is to get you to watch more TV. Well, so are all of these experts, right? But that's the easy thing to do, is to listen to them. The easy thing to do is to get sucked into that vortex. I think the harder thing to do is to eliminate that noise. I think the harder thing to do is to focus on the things that we can control and literally walk away from the things that we cannot control, right? I mean, how many times have we gotten sucked into that, where all of a sudden you're trying to push a rope, right? Or get somebody to drink water. You can lead them there, but you can't make them drink. That saying exists for a reason. I think that the hard thing to do now is to find all of the gifts that are in this situation, right? To look within ourselves to find areas that we can become better, right? I think that the hard thing to do, frankly, comes down to actually doing the hard things. And there's a saying, I love this saying, right? I can choose the easy way now, and I can have a hard life later. Or I can choose the hard thing now so that I can have an easy life later. I don't know about you, but I'm all about what, and I've lived my life, right? The School of Hard Knocks. I have lived my life. Let's do the hard stuff now. Let's do the hard work first. Let's do the, carry the heavy stuff first before you get tired, right? So as I think about this in our message today, like the idea of having a really clear understanding of where you are right now, having a clear vision of where you want to be, okay? Making the decisions to eliminate and edit the things that stand between where you are now and where you want to be, and then choosing to do the hard work now, choosing to make the hard choices now, making sure that you don't get sucked into the easy, right? Focusing on those things that you can control will help you to find the gift that's in this situation right now so that you can come out of this stronger, more of a badass. Sorry, I had to throw a little word in there, but more of a badass through this whole thing later. So no zeros in May. Figure out what the hard thing to do that you need to do and do the hard things. Hope you guys have a great day.